Okay, today I'm going to talk about self-injury and how you're going to want to really hurt yourself because you want to be in control of your own central nervous system, not have somebody else run you. And part of having a really severe problem with having somebody else intrude on your inner sanctum, your ability to be free internally. You know, they can imprison our bodies in a prison system, but they can't imprison our minds. In this particular case, not only have they imprisoned the mind, not only have they taken the true sense of freedom and the sense of existence away from me as a human being, but they've assaulted me so severely that my central nervous system has collapsed underneath the pressure. So once the central nervous system collapses, then you're no longer in control of your startle reflex or your adrenal glands or your desire to just be calm and quiet and serene and peaceful. Once that happens, you have to learn how to manipulate your system. The way that we can manipulate our system is by giving us natural painkillers, natural calm down scenarios. And one of the ways that we can do this is by self-injuring. There's multiple ways people self-injure, and it's a very devastating and terrible disease. Most of the borderline personalities, they self-injure because the internal mechanism of pain is too much for them to bear, and they have to release that pain in some way. When you come to somebody that has been tortured and has severe PTSD, that's not the case. We have an entirely different one. It's where you need to induce the calm down mechanism of the calm down part of the central nervous system, because the hyped up, I need to run, I need to flee, and I can't take anymore, and my heart's going to implode in my chest. You no longer have any control or effect. It's always been my long-term understanding that ADHDers have a hyper speed up and autistics have a hyper slow down element of the central nervous system. It's always been the case where before you go into an interrogation, you break your hand or you break your leg, because why they're interrogating you, why they're torturing you, why they're trying to force your central nervous system to collapse on itself so that you'll tell them whatever they want to know, which is usually just a lie, because torture doesn't usually work. If they haven't told you everything that they know within a day or 3 days, it just doesn't work. It doesn't matter how much you beat them, how much you kill them. It does not work. But when you have a central nervous system that's been, for 11 years, been a prisoner where somebody has attacked it and attacked it and attacked it and attacked it, and you've been on hyper alert for that long, with domestic violence survivors, you have a 30% suicide rate. I think that schizophrenics to some degree might have some element of this, where they're not in control of their central nervous system. Their central nervous systems have been, which is why heart attack is their second leading cause of death, which is what I would perceive. But when you're talking about torture victims, somebody that does not want to do something and they're forcibly detained against their will and forcibly intruded upon in their thought process, and have their adrenal glands totally collapse on them because of the amount of trauma and torture that individual is inflicting. It doesn't matter how the individual is inflicting the torture. Torture can come from an emotional response, a mental response, or a physical threat. It can come from all three sources, and they know that. And they know that somebody that's abusing you emotionally is abusing you still. You're still having your central nervous system emotionally fucking trigger. It does not matter whether or not it's emotional, whether or not it's mental, or whether or not it's a physical abuse. The abuse is the same. And anytime that you're saying that I don't want to be in this situation, I want to be in this relationship, and you're trying to flee the relationship, and you're under threat at all times, why you're trying to flee, or even why you're in the relationship, or even after you flee the relationship, your central nervous system has to be dealt with. And they have no clue how to do that. But self-injury is one of those things that can actually put the calm down mechanism into your body. So I strongly don't advise people to self-injure. And self-injury can come in a lot of different forms. It can come in anorexia. It can come in drug abuse, alcoholism. It can come in thrill-seeking behavior, in dangerous-seeking behavior where they're jumping out of airplanes, where they're trying to fucking control what they cannot control, which is their central nervous system's response to the world at large, and to the fact that it has to be there in order for you to actually live. So once that manipulation has occurred and once that breakdown has occurred, you've got to figure out a way to be able to withstand the interrogation or be able to live through it without having your heart literally rip out in your chest. So that's where I'm at right now, is that I'm trying to control my central nervous system. I can't handle even the minuscule amount of stress because it's collapsed on me. And I'm trying to live through something that, if our prisoners cannot be free inside their cages, what kind of, it's fucking misery is what it is. To literally be fucking the center of somebody else's taking a hot poker to you at all times is absurd. For you not to be able to think and feel and experience the world at all, or have any sense of peace or any sense of calm or any ability to pray or to find sanctum or to meditate or to have any sense of anything is so fucking bad. It's the worst. To be invaded on a level like that is the worst shit fucking ever. You're not just invaded. You're not just imprisoned. Your body's not just imprisoned. Your mind is tortured. It is literally fucking tortured. They use your audio nerve, your fucking processing, your brain, your soul to hurt you and hurt you and hurt you and hurt you and hurt you. And they will not fucking let you go. They've hurt me for 11 fucking years and they don't fucking want to ever quit. Not fucking ever. They're so fucking sick. Which is why they are fucking deserving of a bullet through their fucking brains. 11 years of torture and traumatizing somebody. Dude, you had total intention of fucking murdering that person. We're not talking a couple years. We are talking 11 fucking years. We are talking August 3rd, 2009, and now it's August 17, 2020. And they have fucking had me hostage the entire motherfucking time. And I have begged and I have pleaded and I've called the cops and I've called the feds and I've begged and I've pleaded and I've begged and I've pleaded. They don't fucking give a shit. They're fucking never getting off of me. Not fucking ever. You shouldn't have to fucking kill yourself in order to be free from something that's not good for you.